Hi, everybody out there. I'm Mrs. Grabner. I'm going to be your advanced pre-algebra virtual teacher for the year. I just wanted to go ahead and give you a little bit of an introduction so that you could actually see my face and kind of go through what some of the different pieces are that we're going to be working on for coursework throughout the year and just some of the different platforms that we have set up for you. So what I want to do is I'm going to go ahead and stop my webcam for a minute now that you've gotten to see my face and go ahead and talk you through some of the things that we're going to be using throughout the year here. So for our first piece that we have, and you can see on my screen here, we are definitely going to be using the Google Classroom platform, and I apologize to you. You're going to actually see exactly what I see from the teacher perspective. So I know yours looks slightly different because you don't see the things that are going to be coming out for you shortly, but you can, kind of get an idea for what this looks like. And hopefully you used Google Classroom last year, so you have a little bit of background. If you have any issues at any time navigating or finding something, please feel free to email me. There's always a good chance that I just actually forgot to upload something or something along those lines. So please feel free to reach out if you ever have any questions about that. What you can see on the stream, I will only just post like different notifications for you. So if you kind of scroll down to the very bottom, I do have our Google form for us to schedule a meeting for any extra office hours that you need outside of our scheduled office hour time, which I'll talk about in a minute. Some sign-in links for you for IXL and also for ClassKick. Our first notes and practice packet that we're going to have about integers, I posted here, and I also posted those in the classwork tab for you as well. I'm going to kind of preview this. This will show up for you on August 22nd, but I will also put out the link for the weekly calendar so you can get an idea of what things you're expected to do during the week. When you go over to the classwork tab, again, like I said, yours looks different because you don't see this stuff that's ahead of time. But what you can see on your classwork tab now is the week of 8/23 and then the week of 8/30 as well, because those two are going to be posted for you as of the 22nd. So going down the list here, what I'm going to do in Google Classroom is every week you'll have different assignments and different pieces that are posted. I am going to go ahead and use the little emojis to number them, which you can see down the side here. Number 1 is not here because that's going to be this video. So I have to wait until I have the link for that, and then I'll post this up here. You'll notice that I do have our weekly calendar for you, so we can talk about that in a second. And then I also talked about the notes and practice packet for this unit. Going into the next week, you can see we have item 1, item 1B, and then item number 2. So every once in a while, I can't embed links to things inside my documents that give you kind of the course outline for the day. So I may have to make an extra posting that might be labeled 1B or 1C, kind of depending on what we have. If you go into our weekly calendar, I'm going to show you what that looks like here. This is our weekly calendar, and every week you'll see this posted here. And this is basically if you are the type of student who is going to be working on a day-by-day basis, this will lay it out for you exactly what I would expect you to complete in a single day. If you know that maybe you have something to do on Tuesday and you need to go ahead and combine Monday and Tuesday, or you're going to do Monday part of Tuesday and then finish up Tuesday on Wednesday, you can kind of look at this to help guide yourself through things. What you see in terms of the order that goes here, that's the order that I would recommend that you complete it in. And I'm not trying to be mean, but in math, we kind of have to go in order so that you understand what's expected of you as we go through. But you can see here that it kind of just tells you everything for the day. Sometimes there's some links for it if you need a link that I can share with you. And then down here along the bottom, you can see this is kind of like an upcoming thing that you have. So there's going to be an integer test on Tuesday the 31st. You can notice here on this calendar, if you see 3 little stars next to it, that is going to be a graded assignment, and the exact points for that are going to be located in the lesson outline for that day. My contact information is down here at the bottom, and again, there's a link to the meeting appointment that's here. My plan for right now is to have office hours to be from 7:45 to 8:15, just standing on Wednesday mornings. Hopefully that ends up working. There is a Google Meet link at the top of our Google Classroom stream, and I'll have that open those Wednesday mornings for you. If that time does not work for you and you don't want to meet then, if you go ahead and click on this link, you can go ahead and you can actually open up a Google form. And it'll show you that you want to go ahead and make a meeting with me. It'll ask for your name. It'll ask for what time of the day is going to work best for you. And then it also puts in here that you'll hear back from me so that we can actually schedule our time together, and then we'll work from here. So that's how we're going to kind of work office hours for the time being. And like I said, as we go, if we find we need to modify things, we can definitely do that. So your normal class, you can kind of see here that we have different things listed out for a day. I'm going to actually go into one of our lessons and show you what that's going to look like. So if you were in your classwork tab, and for today, it's not listed here, but number 1 is going to have here, there's going to be a Google slide outline. This is actually the one for Tuesday. We could open this up, but I'll show you what today's is going to look like. So when you start the first part in Unit 1, so this is going to be our integers unit, are all going to be set up similarly here. You're going to see a welcome screen, and then you're going to see a couple things that you should be able to do at the completion of the lesson. If you go down through the slides, there will be different items for you. So hopefully you already got to this point because you're watching the Ed Puzzle, so that's great. The Ed Puzzle, there'll be a hyperlink that will attach here with the picture, so you'll be able to click on that and then open up that hyperlink. And when you get into Ed Puzzle, it'll actually look like this for you in terms of a student. You should see your icon up here, and you should also be signed in using your @student.boyertownasd email address. So that would kind of be your first slide. You're going to continue on through the slides on this daily basis in the integer unit. You're going to complete a class kick today, and I'll talk about class kick in just a moment. It tells you to log in using Google, and it also provides you that this is an 8-point assignment. So you can see that right there, and you'll know how many points it is. If there's an additional video or something that I need to share with you, I'll put the link on the Google slide here for you, and then you can click it. This particular one is just an overview of Class Kick for students. I did not make it, but it's one that can help you out. If you take a look at the next slide, you'll always see additional practice items then for the lesson. So for today's introduction, I'm asking that you make sure that you're able to log on to IXL, and I'll talk about that in a moment. We'll go to that. Actually, let's just do it right now. If we follow this link, it'll take us to a sign-in page that looks like this, and you want to go ahead and sign in with Clever. And again, that'll help you with using your student.boyertownasd email address. The other thing that I'm going to ask you to do is for our introduction for today is to create a virtual yearbook class page. And notice this is a 2-point assignment. So you're going to click this link right here. It'll take you to our pages. And I put a note in there that it should go without saying, but obviously you should only be modifying your own personal page here. You should not be modifying anyone else's. So this is what our virtual class yearbook is going to look like. And it looks like my directions have disappeared. There they are. So you're going to pick a slide and create your name, a picture of you, 3 things you like, 2 goals you have for the year, and 1 thing you don't like. Feel free to add pictures, change the background, etc. So as an example, this one is mine, my name, a picture, 2 goals, 3 things I like, and 1 thing that I do not like. And then you can see a couple pictures of my family here, my 2 kids, Jack and Jana, and then also my dog, Julia. And of course, you know, this guy here, Mr. Grabner, his first name is Jeff, so that you know that. And that is one of your assignments for today. So you'll go back to the slides here. And again, like I said, you're just going to keep going down through the slides. The final slide in this unit is going to have a quick little checklist for you. So you're welcome to actually go in here and modify that and put a little X there after you accomplish it. But this shows you exactly from this particular lesson what's graded, what you should have done in the order that you should have done it. And then it'll have a spot down here that'll say blank out of 12 points total. What I'll do is after you are done with this lesson and you actually go into Google Classroom and you turn it in, that will signal to me to go ahead, open up your Google Slides, and then I'll come in and I will check these things for your points, and I will actually mark here how many of the points that you earned, and you'll see those pieces go into Infinite Campus then as well as part of our gradebook. I do have the feature, it's called Mote, and it allows me to add voice to your slides here. So as you're working on something, if there's something that I feel like I need to comment on, I will go ahead and add that voice comment for you as well. Now, just to give you a little bit of a heads up, we are going to be using the Class Kick platform as well as the Ed Puzzle. So Ed Puzzle will always be your notes packet, and you will be filling in your notes packet, and then you will actually be uploading those into Class Kick. So you'll be taking pictures of your filled in notes page and uploading those. You have a practice packet as well, and same thing, you'll upload those to ClassKick. I will always provide a video for you to check your answers for the practice packet, and I highly recommend that you actually watch that video, go through, check your answers, make sure that everything is correct. Hopefully I don't make any mistakes, but it'll happen, I'm sure. So the other things that we have, you'll always see, like I said, practice items. These are listed here for you. When you go into ClassKick, if you just click the link from inside the Google Slides, it'll bring you to this page, which would be a login page. It does give you the option to just type in your name, or it says to continue with portfolio. As a Boyertown student, we do have a portfolio. So I'm going to ask you to actually, when you go to ClassKick, continue with portfolio, you want to log in, and then you're going to actually continue with Google then for your account login. And that'll allow you to be able to pull up all of your past documents and past files that are underneath your student Gmail account then. Okay. So today's ClassKick is going to look like this. It's just a ClassKick practice. This is an 8-point assignment for today. And I'm going to have you learn to use some of the different tools that are in ClassKick across the top here. Some of you might be familiar with this platform. Others of you maybe not so much. So this should be a quick little introduction for you. And you're just going to go ahead and have a little bit of fun with this. There are 3 different slides across the top. And you will have to scroll down and read what's in all of the slides just to make sure that you complete everything for today. There's 8 steps to the process, 8 points. That's how I'm getting those points then. Okay. Moving forward, just to give you a heads up, kind of looking ahead here, we go through this first week talking about integers. We're going to finish up integers next week on Monday, the 30th, and then we'll take your integer test on Tuesday, the 31st. After that, when we go into section 2, unit 2, it's going to be about number sense and operations. The platform and kind of look and feel of how you're going to do your lessons is going to change slightly. And that's just something that I changed kind of last minute the other day. So it's going to look like this, and it's all going to be, instead of multiple slides, it's just going to be on one slide for you here. So trying to kind of condense and make everything a little bit easier to follow. In this process, you'll see the lesson, the number of the lesson, the title of the lesson, which are also outlined in the course syllabus that will show up on the stream and also in the classwork tab. You'll see first things first, you want to learn. So it takes you to the Ed Puzzle lesson. You can see that that's worth 2 points. It tells you to fill in your notes pages 2 through 4 while watching the video. Upload your notes packet pages to the ClassKick. So everything is hyperlinked here for you to try and make it a little bit easier. Down in the next spot, second, is practice packet. So what you can do is complete pages 2 through top of 4. If there's any special notes like there are today, there's certain questions for you to skip. You'll see that right here underneath. Check your answers with the video. So this is just a link to a YouTube video, so you can kind of skip ahead a little bit, but please do check your answers, and please make sure that your work matches the work that I'm showing. When I work through the problems, I'm showing the bare bones minimum work that I should see from you as well. Once you have your completed pages uploaded to the ClassKick assignment, which is a different one than your notes one, so please be aware of that, you'll go on to here third for the additional practice items. And you'll see that on this particular lesson, there are a number of IXL assignments for you. And again, this will take you right to that IXL assignment. Underneath, it tells you to work towards a SMART score of 90 and that this is worth 2 points. So if you don't get that SMART score of 90, you will not earn those 2 points. Going down through this list, the nice part about changing this format to like this, if you click on these bullet points right here, notice it highlights the 2. If you click again on just the top one, it just highlights the top. And then if you right click, you can actually change that open box to a check mark. So this allows you to actually check off what you've done personally, because you'll have your own personal copy of this that I will get to see. So what you'll be able to do is to go through and actually check those off as you get all that accomplished, which I think is a kind of a nicer feature than what I have in the other version here. Down at the bottom, this is what I will do. I'll go through and I'll check these things off as well. And then I'll tell you how many of the points that you earned for that particular day, which, like I said before, will also show up in Infinite Campus. So this kind of just puts it down on one page, which I think just makes life a little bit easier for us. And then if we have any special days in between, we'll kind of have you'll see just kind of like a different numbered thing, and it'll just say like 2.1b, today's a practice day. And it'll outline what exactly I would want you to do on that particular slide. One of the other platforms that we'll use this year is Khan Academy. We're not going to use it until the second week of school, but when you go to Khan Academy, you'll log in and then you'll want to go ahead and continue with Google, and you'll use your @student.boyertownasd email address for that one. So that is pretty much our course overview for what we have here. So I do just kind of want to check in with you, and I hope that this sort of answers some of your questions for you. You will see all of those pieces listed out in Infinite Campus of what the grade points are for each and every week, as well as I try and mark the due dates accurately for you in Edpuzzle and also on your Google Slides outline when I post those as well. So if you have any questions, please feel free to reach out to me. Send me an email and I'll try and get back to you within a couple hours is usually my goal. But definitely within a day, you'll hear back from me. And I look forward to seeing your virtual yearbook pages and getting to see some of your faces. And hopefully we'll get to Google Meet with each other and I'll get to know you a little bit better then. So there we go. That's all I've got for you for now. Like I said, good luck with this course. I think it's going to be a fun adventure for us, and I wish you the best. Have a great day.